Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a video on an oil change of this 2020 Subaru Outback. This is the 2.5 liter naturally aspirated motor. The 2.4 liter turbo is going to be a slightly different oil filter and oil capacity. So what you're going to need for this oil change is yourself 5 quarts of 0W20. You're going to need around 5 quarts. If you have a little bit more, that'd be nice to have. It's kind of conflicting results of 4.4 quarts is the oil capacity on the internet, and then 4.8, and then 5.1. So we're just going to fill it up and check your dipstick and make sure it's good. So get yourself a 5 quart bottle of 0W20, and then the oil filter that we picked up is a Mobil 1 M108A. We picked this up at Walmart. So you can go to Walmart and get this stuff. You don't need to go to a parts store. You're probably going to need an oil filter wrench if your oil filter is really, really tight. Some sort of oil filter wrench you might be able to get off hand. And then some sort of drain pan. I like to use a bucket because my drain pan is kind of a piece of junk. And then a funnel is going to be nice to have. And then a jack, and then jack stands over there. That's all you're going to need to do this. If you have ramps, you can do it with ramps. Yeah, we're just going to get right into draining the oil. So, yeah. Okay guys, so you're going to need a 14 millimeter socket and a ratchet. You can't use a wrench, unfortunately, because there's a
dust cover in the way?
yeah, like a skid plate, basically, plastic cover. You can't quite get to it with wrench.
Splash guard.
So when you get under the car, I'll show you guys, but there's going to be just an access hole. It's going to be very obvious, and you'll see the drain plug. So I'm going to get under the car. Okay guys, I'm under the car now. It's going to be really dark and hard to see, but that bolt right there is the drain plug, and that's that access hole that you're at. So I'm going to crack that loose with the socket. Then we're going to get our bucket over here to drain the oil into it. Okay guys, so we drain the oil. It's in this bucket over here. We spilled a ton of oil on the ground, but that was my fault. So make sure before you lower the car down, we lowered the car down, took it off the jack stands. You make sure you put the drain plug bolt back in and tighten it. Super important. So that's the most important step before you lower it. So now, the nicest part about this oil change is that the oil filter is located right here on top. I'm just trying to get off of my hand. I don't think I can because Cameron said it was really tight. We'll just try. Jiffy Lube did this, so it's probably super. Yeah, no, that thing is like rock solid. So where's the oil filter wrench hose? Cameron moved it. So you're gonna need some sort of oil filter wrench. Don't worry about messing up the filter housing because this is not a reusable housing. It's a encased filter. It's a really small filter too. And just like that. Just make sure, yeah, you dent the case really good.
Yeah, I've used screwdrivers before.
You just stab it in there.
Nah, more like, yeah, kinda, yeah.
And apparently this just like drains.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it should all be drained. Obviously, the oil filter's upside down, so there should be like no oil in here.
Yeah, it should be okay. Yep, you're good.
As you guys can see.
Cool.
Got oil filter in here. Some cheapo, I don't know, weird one. So I would usually recommend filling an oil filter with oil, but since this is an inverted oil filter, before I put the new one on, I'm not going to put any oil in it or anything.
It's also very small.
So it's super small, it doesn't really matter, but that's typically a thing you should do on most cars. But if you have an inverted filter, it's impossible to literally put it on. If it's full of oil, you're going to spill everywhere. So yeah, let me grab the other filter real quick. And this doesn't have like any O-ring or anything you have to worry about. You just basically take the plastic. Oh, no plastic either. Okay.
Should have to lube it.
Yeah, we're just gonna
just use some of the old motor oil.
I will take some old oil.
Just a couple of drops should do you.
Just want to get around the.
Make sure it has
seal.
a nice tight seal.
And people are gonna be like, it's old oil. No biggie, guys. This is a low mile engine. I'm pretty sure this thing has less than 40,000 miles, so it's not like there's gonna be shavings or anything. And do not make sure it threads on really nice, smooth. Like that. It's not threading on like that. That means you cross thread it. I'm just gonna tighten by hand because really not necessary to do anything with a wrench. Just get it really nice and tight. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, camera doesn't have an oily glove. There we go. Cool. Just hand tighten it really good. Wrench on there with your hand. Now we're gonna fill it with oil. So we already got our filter in here. Oil caps right here. Gonna grab our new oil. It's a bit different bottle than my other bottle of Valvoline. Huh.
Doesn't have the easy pour.
Yeah, it doesn't have the nice lid. So you're gonna use full synthetic 0W20, and the dipstick is right here. So we're just gonna basically dump most of this in, probably a little over 4 quarts, and then we're gonna check it and keep on going a little bit more. So really easy process. Make sure you put the oil drain plug back in before you do this, or else you're just going to have a bath of oil.
Your car is going to shit itself.
Yes, you will have no oil pressure and you will kill your car. But this is a pretty good money savings, because between the oil filter and the oil, it was about $40. And if you go to dealership, how much is it to get oil change?
At McCord's Vancouver Toyota, it's about $100.
Yeah, so expect anywhere from like 80 to 120, depending on what dealership you're going to. So you're going to probably save
I think
yourself.
even Jiffy Lube's like $90.
Wow.
Yeah, it's super expensive.
So yeah, do not.
Valvoline, they're all pretty much the same price.
Yeah, so don't think that you're going to save money by going to one of those places. You can do this really easy. This is one of the easiest oil changes I've ever done, for sure. As far as like filter location, really good. So, oh, just put all of it in there accidentally.
Yep, that's fine. That's fine.
It'll
be fine.
It's like 4.8 or whatever, too. So, like the max capacity is like 5.1. So, this will probably be above the max fill line or whatever on the dipstick. So let's check the dipstick real quick.
Yeah, usually you want to like turn the car over a little bit, make sure everything's circulated before you check, but that's fine.
It's gonna be okay. I don't do that with my Volvo, and it's always good. And remember, overfilled is better than underfilled.
Most of the time.
Yeah, it's barely over. It's right there. So it's barely even over the max. So
yeah, that's good.
don't quit all 5 quarts in. Maybe like 4.8 is kind of the number I think that you probably want to do. So put your dipstick back in. Remove your funnel. And you also can fill it while the car's still up in the air, but I recommend just lowering the car. That way it gets the most accurate reading. You're gonna have to lower it anyways to check accurate reading, because the oil pan is flat. Make sure you put your oil plug back on, and now this thing has a fresh filter and fresh oil. So thank you guys for watching the video. We have other oil change videos on the channel. We have one of that car over there, if you have one of those randomly. So I'm at 2004 XC70. And yeah, so hopefully we guys helped you guys out, save some money, and learned how to do something new today. And please subscribe if you thought the video was helpful.